Forward to this computer.
And we're on 15, right?
Oh,
We are. I'm pretty sure because it's odds, and we're the odd people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
it could be 17.
Okay. I doubt it though, because we just did 13, and then for your birthday, and then 14 for your anniversary. Now 15, which is nothing. So, hey, welcome
Hey.
to the WKN podcast, season 2, episode 15.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure. Justin,
I do
are
know.
we 15? Yes.
I do know that it is total episode 32. Because on last week's, if you look at the way I did the caption, it said EP 31.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're ridiculous. We are. Anyway, so these are your hosts.
Thomas.
Stacy.
And I'm Sylvia, and Dustin is in the garage again.
He's right there beside you.
Right here. Yep. He's right here.
Right there.
But yeah, so technically right now he's in the garage, in our new giant garage that now fits Goldilocks. Because this is going to be a very short episode, PS, because we've had a very crazy week. It is surprisingly actually crazy. Thursday night, just so you guys know like how crazy our week has been. Is we always record on Sunday, Monday, possibly Tuesday if we're running behind. It is freaking Thursday, so tomorrow is actually Friday. So when we say it's crazy, so we are that close.
And who's going to be editing this?
Thomas has 30 seconds. Yeah, so we got to make it fast. So I have my alarm set. We can't be doing 2 hours. We're going to try 30-ish. But the reason it Dustin's in the garage is because we have, not only have we had a crazy busy week this week, we have a crazy busy week coming up.
Next week.
Yep, starting tomorrow.
So you're going to hook up your speakers just to unhook your speakers for a wheeling trip next week.
Yeah. I don't know that I'll take them out. Maybe I will. But he did add this thing that you just go like this now. So my subs will just come out like this. But so I don't know if everybody remembered, but I used to have that problem with my electric, and my power steering would fall off, and then it was just like a disaster. Well, I think that we found out that it was my taser, and I believe that we've talked about that in one of the previous episodes.
We have.
But unfortunately, it fried my taser, and it also fried my, I think it's called a DSR1 or DS. I don't know what it's called, but it's the thing that makes my speakers work.
Yeah, the DSP.
DSP, yeah. So they are replacing that right now. So I'll have a little
digital signal processor, I believe is what it's.
Yeah, and so he's putting that in, and probably putting my taser back in tonight because I have not had any of that since the whole electrical fried mess. So I can't use my I can use my GPS, but it doesn't talk to me. I can't talk to people on the phone because I can't hear it through my speakers. Yeah, I can, and my music sucks.
So disclaimer, when you take it into the dealership, they do tell you to unmarry and take out your taser, but you never did that.
I did it the first time,
but not
this. But I did it before it was already broken, I guess.
Okay.
Whenever, so I've never taken it in, and the taser did that. The taser, I forgot what they said, but they sent me a different one, so it should be fine now.
Okay.
Yeah. So what all did we do this last week, guys? What kind of craziness? Saturday. We
went over to Rich and Nikki's.
Jeeps and Java was in the morning.
Well, Jeeps and Java was in the morning. That is correct. I forgot about Jeeps and Java.
Was a huge.
It was.
I've never been to
so many. It was the first one of the year.
And the Thunder got canceled, so they did Jeeps and Java, and there were so many people. It
was packed. It was packed.
I really thought I was going to go and leave half an hour later, and that is not what happened.
There's
too many people.
And Sylvia was peopled out, and I said, "Nope, you're not leaving."
I was so peopled
she was peopled out. She's like, "I want to go home." I was like, "No, not yet." She's like, "Are you serious? We're not leaving. We can't leave yet." No, we're not leaving yet, Sylvia.
Yeah,
we're not leaving yet.
Well, because then we got to talking to Art. Have you even told Stacy?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh my God!
So I'm surprised he didn't swear up and down. He told me.
Stacy.
I admit when I don't tell you
Oh, I
something.
immediately
No,
went
he
home to
doesn't.
Dustin.
No, he don't
Okay,
let him lie to
why
you
do you
guys.
think that I got that giant calendar? Guys, I got a 3 foot by 5 foot giant calendar year that I can dry erase on.
So she
So
has
so
nowhere to put.
2027
in August.
August.
It's already in my
Mark your
calendar.
calendar. It's probably going to be the beginning of August. We are headed west.
Because what is that
No, we're
place
not.
called that we're going?
We're not
What's
doing that.
Surprisingly, Dustin didn't say that, so that was
No, we're
the
not.
good thing. But yeah, it's the Wheeling Out West. What's it called? The Sierra Trek.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it
But
starts
doing Fordyce.
Fordyce. Yeah, so it starts. That weekend is like August 12th, 13th, 14th, something like that. So
So
I've
the middle of
already
August.
marked it out
Yeah.
like 4 days before that to drive out there, and then the whole week. And I've already talked
I already
to
have something
Savannah.
on my calendar. We can't do that.
What do you have on your calendar?
I don't know, but there's
The only
already
thing I have on my calendar is Jeep payment because my payment comes out on the 15th.
mine comes out on the 13th.
Nice.
Mine comes out whenever I pay it.
So anyway, so Art, I was wanting to leave again because I was peopled out, and then Art come, and I love Art. So if he comes over and is going to talk to me, that I'm going
Just
to
we
talk
talked to him for a minute.
It was like an hour. So then I was like, really? I was like, okay, now I'm like super done. But he was saying that he wanted to go wheeling with us out west, and then he started talking about this things, and we told him that he has to legit make a thing because he said he's been trying to go back out there, and then people keep getting canceled. I'm like, well, we don't cancel. If we put it on our calendar, we're doing it. So it is 2027. We are going to do Fordyce, the Rubicon Trail,
Yep.
and Moab.
So
And
we're taking off for more than 2 weeks, Thomas, because I'm not doing just that.
It'll be 10 to 14 days for sure. So it's going to be almost all
at minimum.
So,
I would say at minimum block off 2 weeks.
I'm blocking off 2 weeks, but so we can start saving for it now. So then we also know that we won't go to Invasion in 2027, and then we won't do any giant trips 2026. No giant trip. Like we haven't really done a giant trip, but like giant trip. So maybe like how we've already done
giant wheeling trips, but
well, right. Well, I mean, you guys can do all your whatever you want, but me financially, since we already did, we're doing a lot of trips this year, but they're like medium trips. So maybe I just won't do as many medium trips the very end of 2026 and the beginning of 2027.
Yeah, well, 2027 we're pretty much not really going to be doing a whole lot.
I can't imagine.
We'll probably do our normal Interlake. We'll do
Yes, we'll do
Holler, Hollerwood, but stay more local.
Yeah. But yeah, so we were discussing how to get out there. He said he drives it every time and he makes it like a 3 or 4 day thing and stays at where did he say he stayed? There's a bunch of different places he said, like Route 66.
Oh, basically like staying at KOA.
Kind of like what Mike Woosley did. Sort of, except staying in
KOAs doing a lot of KOAs and he did say we may stop in Vegas.
He said that was the least happy that he was that whole trip, though.
Well, because he ended up having to stay in a hotel, and he really didn't want to stay in a hotel. But there are no KOAs close to Vegas. But I know Stacy's never been to Vegas. I've only been to Vegas once.
Yeah, I've been a bazillion times for work.
So we may make a detour to Vegas, either on the way there or on the way back.
Yeah, and then the craziest thing though is that you have to camp on. So the part that I'm having the hardest part with,
Stacy, you'll love it,
is the Rubicon Trail.
You have to camp.
It's at least 4 to 5 days, and you're going to be camping on it.
Yeah, where am I gonna? How am I gonna have enough gas? Can I put my gas in your purse, Thomas?
I will probably be carrying enough gas for everybody.
Thank God, because I'm stressed out. I'm a little stressed out about that.
But if you look at all these people that overland on the Rubicon Trail, they get on and they get off.
They do get off.
Get on and get off and get on and get off. There's little towns.
Okay, I didn't know that. So I was slightly stressed out. And then I also have to make sure that we have power for Dustin's leg. Because we have to charge his leg.
To get one of those battery packs like we have.
Yeah. which I have a small one. So, and it's solar power, so it'll be fine. And then look at my tent that we're going to get. It's a tent cot and it holds 2 people.
Where are you going to put that?
What do you mean?
What what purse are you putting that in?
No, it folds down really small. And it folds down really small. It folds down to 11 inches by 19 by 40.
Yeah.
So if I don't have so it should fit, right?
Yeah, you'll want to definitely take your subs out, and then
Yeah.
I would even go to the point of almost taking out your back seats. Because if
I
we
probably
go,
will.
I will probably be removing my back seats.
No, I probably absolutely will. But no, it's
Because
kind of small.
we'll probably try to bring Allie too.
Oh, we will not be bringing our dogs. But Savannah
Nothing would kill you if you kept bringing.
Yeah, if you take out the back seat, Dustin wouldn't have anywhere to sit because Wavy's going to be
Waverly, I know. But Savannah said that she would watch the dogs, and then she, when I was telling her about the camping, she was like, "Really? Let me know how that goes for you, Mama."
Yeah,
like it's fine. Everything's fine.
Stacey loves camping.
I have 2 years into talking myself into it. It'll be fine.
It'll be all fine.
And you guys know what? Is that I never. This is how much I love you guys. Is that I never make a commitment to something that far away with friends because I'm afraid I might hate you next month.
But regardless, if you hate us next month, you're going to love us the month after.
I know. The day
you're going to love us
after.
the month after. We can't hate each other too long.
That's how much
we've had our little squabbles here and there.
Yeah, I'm like, that's how much I trust this group that we have right now, is that I'm willing to go 2 years out on my calendar.
All hell's going to break loose, like, and we're going to be going, and we're just going to have a divide.
Let me think about it. I'm not sure.
We're going to put a curtain up between the tents. We don't talk to each other.
No, but that 2-person, because Art said that that's what he uses. He doesn't use a tent. He uses a cot tent. So I asked Dustin if he'd rather have his own cot tent or if he'd rather have a double cot tent. And surprisingly, he'd like to
2 double cot tents. Because I have a single cot tent, and I can show you how small the single is.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Hopefully, I might need to lose some weight. It might crush. That would be embarrassing.
Look, it's not going to crush, but look at the size of them and measure it to like a bed.
Yeah, this one is it's inside the tent. Is 73 by 52, 73 feet tall, or 73 inches tall, 76 inches long, 52 inches wide.
Let me pull up what size a full bed is. Hold on. Full bed dimensions. A full bed dimensions is 75 inches long and 54 inches wide.
Okay, so it's 2 inches too short and 2 inches too wide, or 2 less wide. Yeah,
are gonna be like this.
I figured, but maybe if we're cuddled like that, then there won't be any room for scorpions to get us. Dustin's more, I think, nervous about snakes out there. So yeah. I'm not afraid of snakes. I'm not really interested in tarantulas. Do you think there's tarantulas on that trail?
I don't know.
You know what? I just shouldn't. You know what?
Don't even worry about it.
We're just going to be surprised because I can't be looking shit like that up.
Don't even worry about it.
But it's only $250. I feel like that's like cheaper than a tent. Like a good tent and a cot and a mattress, and maybe I can find something better. I don't know yet. But I can't believe you didn't tell Stacey. I like immediately came
I know. I was going to tell her.
Excited.
I had thought about telling her, but then
she was at work.
Then we went over to Rich and Nikki's that night, and then
or afterwards over there either. So
we did some spring and shock changes on Anthony's Gladiator.
Did someone call him Tony? Why are people calling him Tony? Is that what he goes by?
I don't. I'll call him.
Someone said, "Oh, Tony," and I'm like, "Who the hell is Anthony?" And I was like, Anthony. "Oh God, maybe he likes Tony," and I've been calling him Anthony this whole time.
He's never. Anthony, do you want to be called Tony or Anthony?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Well, because now I know you as Anthony, so I really hope it's not Tony, because I don't like change. If you shave off your beard, I'll call you Tony.
There you go. Lose the
but if not,
lose the facial hair, it's Tony. If you keep the facial hair,
I'll have to be like Tony. I'm like Tony.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, so
so
Dustin was
so
home, so I didn't have to wait. So you just had to wait too long to where you forgot.
yeah, I did. And then Stacy showed up after she got off work, and then we got busy hanging out doing other stuff, and I
Yeah.
literally forgot. And then Sunday went back over to Rich and Nikki's to help a friend of ours work on his Chevy truck. He has was it Sierra? I think he had needed to have the struts and shocks replaced. So we met up with him at Rich and Nicky's. Met up with Pace. He's our physical therapist. He's a cool guy.
Nice. Yeah.
But met up with him there and got those changed out. And then Scotty showed up. I think Scotty was helping y'all with some stuff on
Not
Sunday.
me. I was at a
Or
purse party.
well, he was helping
So
Dustin.
yeah, they finished washing the concrete stuff or the mortar
Yeah,
and then
for the
took
brick
down the
after
scaffolding,
redoing the brick.
which
Yeah.
actually I think that scaffolding is still back there. I don't think he's gotten that yet. I bet he forgot. It's on my
Probably.
trailer. I bet he
Probably.
forgot.
He
Scotty,
probably
don't
did.
forget your scaffolding. I swear he had to bring it somewhere, so maybe he doesn't need to be there
Yeah.
yet. I
And
mean,
then we
you know how our backyard is. Whatever, it's fine back there.
yeah.
We have plenty of room.
And then we changed my diff fluid or my transfer case fluid. It needed to be changed.
Mm.
So I got that service knocked out. And then they worked on the Mustang.
Mm.
Dominic showed up. Dominic came over. And then they worked on the Mustang for a little bit, and then yeah, Stacy was off on Sunday, so she was
Yeah.
out there hanging out with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a bunch of people show up on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! Yeah, there was a bunch of people showed up Saturday to help out.
I was already peopled
Yeah.
out too, and I had that giant O headache.
Yeah, and then
Dustin was still working on crap till forever.
and then our original podcast on Monday, we ended up canceling it. Almost decided not to do it
Yeah.
or do it at
Yeah,
all
there
this
was
week.
like a
But
sad thing that happened, so we
yeah, so
But
we
here
were like,
we
oh,
are.
we
we're
held
like,
off, and
we
then
won't do it.
and
And
then
then
and
something
then
else happened Monday night, though, to why we didn't just go
I
ahead.
think
There
we were
was
just all exhausted and tired from the weekend, partly. And
I
then
worked on Monday, so
yeah,
yeah.
and then Dustin had stuff going on and
yeah,
Yeah.
Dustin had
just a
to
lot
leave
going
on a
on.
work trip
Yeah, Dustin really want to work
Tuesday
trip
morning.
Tuesday.
So and then Dustin got back Wednesday night.
Late last night. We
We
almost
were
were going to do it last
we almost
night,
did it
and
last
then
night.
and you know what? He's like, no, I'm fine. And then he sat down to eat, and you could just
Oh,
see
and
that
then
he was like,
I'm not fine.
he's not. He's like, I wasn't even that tired till I sat down. I'm like, yeah, dum dum.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
that's
we
normally how it
probably
works.
shouldn't. Yeah, I'm so tired. I
But
know,
on
honey.
Tuesday, what did we do Tuesday evening?
Yeah, Tuesday.
We
We
almost
went.
did the podcast Tuesday night
I know.
at the
But
event,
it's fine because now I have one of these. Now we can do stuff like that if we need to.
but they were playing the music pretty loud, and it
It
would have
was
been hard for
so
us to,
windy.
and
Yeah, it was
extremely
so
windy.
windy and so loud that there was no way we were going to be able to record anything there.
Yeah.
But we were invited to go to the Texas Roadhouse. They had like a Jeep night that was excuse me, like an Easter egg trunk
It
or
was
Almost an
treat.
Easter trunk or treat.
Yeah. So an Easter trunk or treat, and we got invited to do that. So do you know how many Jeeps they had total there? Like 30, maybe?
We had 14.
Louisville
The
Voodoo
other
under
4 by
Voodoo
4
we had
club.
14.
Yeah, the
Another
other
club had what, 8?
8, and then there was 2 additional Jeeps, and then there was some other vehicles that were just businesses.
All right. Well, it looks like Little Wells here now. Oh no, maybe that's pizza. Trying to feed one too. It looks just like Lexi's car. So yeah, there was like 30, not quite 30 Jeeps then. And then
Between
a bunch
Jeeps
of other.
and vehicles.
Did you ever count? Did you ever find out how many kids?
No.
No, there was a bunch though that come through.
I'll see if Raven will answer me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went through some candy. I know we did.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't being sparing, we weren't sparing
Yeah.
people. We were giving out probably 4 and 5 a piece.
I was giving
We got a
one
bunch of candy.
because I wasn't supposed to be there, so I brought 0 candy. So I had to mooch off of my bestest friends, Thomas and Stacy. So yeah, so that was funny. So I didn't think I was going to get there because of my work schedule. So I gave Scotty, because he didn't get a chance to sign up. I'm like, just take my spot. And so they had been saying Goldilocks. So then whenever I pull up, they see my Jeep says Goldilocks, and they're trying to get me to come in there. And I'm like, no, no, no. I gave my spot to Scotty. And they're like, no, Weddle said that Goldilocks is supposed to be next to him. I was like, Goldilocks, it looks an awful lot like Scotty. So then they're like, well, we think we might have an open spot anyway. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna park over here, not in here. If thank you. If if there's a spot, then just come tell me or whatever. And then we were eating dinner and they came and got my keys and moved me over there while we were eating.
Yeah,
But
it was
yeah.
funny. So I'll post some pictures of
we had some
the way we were
winners
set up, and
we had winners in our group too.
So
which I didn't know they were gonna do. I didn't know they were doing like a little.
They had said something about doing a prize kind of thing, but they gave out basically a gift card pass for for two, a dinner for two.
That's nice.
So Carbon won one of them.
Yeah.
Carbon finally won something.
I know, finally, after nobody can understand my Jeep. That's why they don't understand the camouflage and why is it all scratched up and got bumps and bruises. They don't understand.
I understand. I like it.
Off-road vehicles actually are.
Yeah.
But no, that's fine.
And then Lexi won.
Lexi won, but I'll again post a picture up. But so
they counted 4 Jeeps as Lexi.
So Little Weddle had his little
had
two-door.
Lexi's on a pet. It was
on
Lexi
a pedestal.
on a pedestal.
So it was flexed on a pedestal. Lexi was decorating it all nice and pretty. Then Scotty threw his 2-door on Little Weddle's. Then Big Weddle set up on Scotty, and they're like, "Hey, let's get Goldilocks." And then they backed her on top of Little Weddle. So yeah. So
it was pretty cool. And then we're like right in front of the Texas Roadhouse sign, so it was like a perfect picture. Yeah, it was cool.
Yep. And Stacy, what did Raven say to you about that picture?
Raven wanted a picture without any of the Easter decorations or anything. And I did send it to her, and then she sent a message back to Little Weddle that they are. So we should all have a copy of it, but hold on. Let me go to the message. They are going to be, Texas Roadhouse is going to be putting the Jeep picture of all of them stacked on the social media platform so stores across the country can use it to promote their Jeep nights.
That's cool. Hey, you guys don't understand like how cool the picture was really cool.
Y'all see it, I'll post it.
So
so if you guys ever
see
that,
media,
you'll know that that was us.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then use the picture that I did.
Yeah.
And then and then there were 2 other winners that weren't part of any
Jeep
Jeep
they were,
setup.
They were like SUVs.
They were little SUVs. They had the hatch open. They had balloons.
I think they were like companies, right? Like vendors.
Yeah, one of them was YMCA. I don't remember the other 2 girls' names, but Sarah, she's real good friends with Jack within Voodoo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they had a pretty cool display. They won. I'll post their picture up here. And when I was talking to them, they were trying to get she was like, "So what are y'all doing?" Because when we went up and started taking pictures, Stacey was like, we're hosting a podcast. We do this and that. And so they were like, "Oh, well, what is it? So we can watch it." So we'll end up getting 3 new subscribers because of it.
Yeah.
But they're like, "Yeah, we'll watch it when you post it." And so I was like, "Well, yeah, we kind of have to do the podcast now just for that fact to talk about the event."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Sarah and I don't remember the other 2 girls' names. I'm sorry. I thought I wrote it down.
But your balloon arches were
got,
super cool.
Yeah. But then, and then another lady, they had an SUV set up with the Easter theme. And they had the balloons and all kinds of stuff set up. We'll post that picture also. But Stacy's got her information.
It's Michelle, and she is with well, you have, let's see. She is with Dixie Paints 502. She's a DTF printer.
Nice.
They're in Louisville, yeah.
So yeah, I'll put their information down in the description, so that if anybody wants to go check them out, y'all can.
So Raven just messaged me back.
Oh, nice.
He wants to say roughly 400 kids. They collected 90 cans of goods, 7 boxes for the food pantry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, nice. Awesome. That's great.
Very good.
Yeah, because you had to give a canned good in order to, or a non-perishable canned good or something to go through the.
But just like ours, they're not going to turn you away. So that's why there's 90 and so many kids. And some people didn't even realize that. But again, that's what's so great about these is that all the people, like the Jeep community and the rest, they spend their own money on can't, except me. I didn't spend my own money. I used Stacy and Thomas's because I suck.
So Raven at Texas Roadhouse, they do community events all the time. They help clubs, nonprofits. They will, if you are a nonprofit organization, if you are with a school or anything else, go and talk to her. They will do it for your.
Yeah, they have like nights for that. Yeah.
Yes.
Cheer teams, I'm sure. Any of those that have the either the nonprofit or the 501c3.
Yeah. So she loves giving back to the community. So, or if you're not in this area, and go to your local Texas Roadhouse and talk to
them. Yeah, for sure.
So,
or shoot, ask for a Jeep night, and maybe they'll pull the Jeep picture. That'd be really fun. Be like, I heard you have one in your database that you could use.
Yeah,
that'd be really funny. But yeah, so then our next thing is the Wheats thing tomorrow.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm so looking forward to that too. And I
know Jen's excited too.
I know, because I actually haven't been to Wheats Offroad. I haven't been to their shop yet. Have you?
I never have either.
I'm so excited. I'm ready for that. But they're also going to have their flex ramp there. And then she's going to Jen was sending me videos earlier today. They have like those, it looks like a log with a board on it. It's like a balance thing.
Oh yeah.
So they're going to have those there. And I was like, I have never done that. So she sent me a video of it. I bet we could do it. It might take a time or two to figure it out. But
y'all need to figure it out before the Shelbyville. Because they
had one last year at Shelbyville.
Did they? Where?
Yeah. Y'all didn't do it. It was on the side of the building.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was too busy winning. Boom.
2 years in a row.
2 years.
No, it wasn't Shelbyville. It was was it? No, it wasn't Shelbyville. It was the oh shoot.
What was it? I thought it was Shelbyville.
No, it was the Ham Days.
Oh, Ham Days. No, it wasn't Ham Days.
We didn't do Ham Days this year.
Ham Days.
I didn't.
Ham Days.
What? I don't know. That wasn't in Shelbyville.
Was it the VetBuilt garage thing with art?
Maybe it was Shelbyville the year before.
Because there's nowhere for them to set that up. I thought it was Ham Days in the corner.
It was on the lawn. It was the side of a building over there by where they had the t-shirts and stuff.
No clue.
Hold on. I think. Oh man, it's gonna take me.
We had videos and stuff. I don't remember.
No, we did. We did.
It was one of the events in an older town.
Yeah. I may post that in the description if I can find it, because I don't. It wasn't Shelbyville. It was somewhere else. Yeah. Because of how tight Shelbyville is. It's literally just that strip.
All this was a strip too, and it was on a side road beside a building. They had to cut off.
I know they did. I don't think it was Shelbyville. But yeah, I remember it. I definitely remember it.
I've been spicy for a few days, so
it's cool. Oh yeah, I haven't been spicy. I'm so sweet. I'm like giving people diabetes. That kind of sweet.
Oh, I've been spicy for all kinds of reasons, but
no, I've been sweet. But so yeah, so then Saturday I have to work, and then Sunday is Easter. And I know are you guys going to church with your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some people going to church with us too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see that text. Yeah.
And then Monday, I feel like there's something other than our podcast. I feel like there's also something Monday, but
I know the podcast again on Monday.
I know. Like, my God, we just did it.
We just did it. Why we got to do it again? So everyone out there, do y'all still want us to continue to do it weekly?
We need a poll. You know what? We'll put it on the WKN event.
No, we're not.
Right.
We're doing it weekly. Don't suck this out now, just because we're in busy season. It's fine. What we need to do is we need to do a couple ahead of time and have them like or repeat ones like they do. It's a rerun. We're at 30 minutes. Like one of those reruns like Judge Judy, like a filler in or one.
Oh, geez.
We're running a few from last year.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
just yeah, it's a what is it? Why am I drawing a blank?
A
It's a look
revamp or
back.
something.
It's a look
Yeah,
back.
a look back.
So what we do is just record at the Wheats event this weekend.
Mm-hmm. No, that is a good idea. Hello, did you not see this amazing thing I just brought?
I know.
We could do that. Yeah, that'd be fun. We could try to do that. That'd be fun.
Get Jen on here.
Yeah, but we have to.
We do
because
need
we
to
have
get them on here.
I know, because we have to get all of our crap together because then next week we're wheeling with them. It's coming up quick. Dustin's gonna hopefully go get the camper either Sunday night or Monday night before the podcast, so I can start loading it up this week. So, yep.
Okay, for sure.
So
Yeah,
we are
'cause
at
got so
31
much stuff
minutes.
going.
Anything else you guys want to talk about, or are we? This is gonna be the fastest podcast ever because we are on a time budget.
Yeah, because it's going to take me probably an hour and a half, 2 hours to
Do 30 minutes.
Yeah, but everything's clean, so it shouldn't be too. It's just doing the download, upload, and then just inputting the pictures.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah, no issues.
Remember to keep an eye on our event page.
Yes, please like and subscribe, guys.
Don't just
we're at
watch and keep going.
Yeah, we're at 410 subscribers. We need 90 more for our next
Milestone.
goal. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yes.
Did you actually? Yep, 410.
Thursday night is Sissy Tacos.
Ooh, I love
Yes.
Sissy Tacos. I'm so excited about
So we
that.
will
finally
be there
get to go to
Thursday night.
CC's.
You know what? And I think our weather's going to be good.
Yeah.
I think it's going to actually be nice that night. So that's good too.
Yeah, it'll be nice weather for sissies.
Yep.
Let's
great.
see. Let's see.
No, actually, it's looking like it might be raining. Poop.
It's gonna be fine. That's a week out. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
So we may be getting some wet
Shut it.
sunshine.
It'd be fine.
Don't forget
Widowmaker's going to be
Topless.
very interesting.
Don't forget Go Topless May 17th.
Yep.
VetBuilt.
Well, hold on.
18th.
The 10th, we have Flexing for 50.
The 10th.
Oh yeah, the 10th.
Go pre-register. Thomas put the link in there.
Yeah.
If you want to be a vendor for that event, Thomas put the
Contact
link
Ashley.
in there.
You can actually put the whole little flyer in there. Yeah.
I've got we'll just pop the flyer up. It'll have it all in there.
Yeah,
yes.
I'll post it. I'll pop the flyer up. So I'll pop the flyer for Flexing for 50.
Don't forget to bring some tomorrow too for wheats.
Yeah, we have a bunch of them that I was supposed to take for Jeeps and
I
John.
wasn't gonna call you out for that.
I
we get there and
out.
he's like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot them." I'm like, "Dude, it's fine."
Still sitting in my Jeep, but I won't be driving my Jeep too much now that I have a car to drive. So
right.
That's a whole other story.
That's a whole other episode.
We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that right now.
For that tonight.
So
we ain't got time for that.
All
but if you want to know the story, you see
find us somewhere.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you a little bit.
And say, why do you have an extra Kia in your driveway? It'll be super great. Yeah. And then I'm going to sit back and watch as Stacy's head explodes.
I don't know if mine will explode before Thomas's will. So
we can take bets on that.
Yeah.
People can bet who they think's going to blow up first. It'll be fun.
Then they can take a bet on which kid it is.
But we got to have Dustin there because Dustin needs to be able to stir the pot on both sides to see who he can get agitated the quickest.
Oh, Stacy will be the first one for sure. Stacy's definitely going to be the first to explode, especially if Dustin's starting to agitate her.
Anyway,
Dustin likes to poke the bear.
Yeah, he does. So like, subscribe, and we're going to be here same time, same place next week.
Yep. See y'all in a week. Love
Later.
y'all. Bye.
Love you. Bye.